Good morning everyone, this is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called The Missing One by Joseph Nehme. Nehme, I can never get that one right. This is a puzzle that was very recently recommended to me, but it came with a glowing recommendation, so I thought I would give it a try. So, yeah, it's still looking like I may need to take a break soon. I'm hoping I may not need to. It's very likely at the end of July, I'm probably going to take a week's break. I may just schedule some of the unlisted videos that have been sitting on my channel for a couple of years. We'll see how we go. Anyway, let's look at The Missing One by Joseph Nehme. Nehme? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. So let's have a look. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, we have to place the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. We have arrows. So digits placed on an arrow the sum of the digits placed on an arrow get placed into that arrow circle. Quadruples, digits in a quadruple must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. And German whispers, adjacent digits on a German whisper line must have a difference of at least 5. There's not a lot of clues in this grid, so this one's going to be interesting. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So we know that these are 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I cannot put a 2 here, so the 2 must go here. Now, the interesting thing is these are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 can't go there because of the 7 looking up. So there is a 7 in one of those 2 cells. I can see that straight away. But I'm not sure about the rest of it. Now, okay, arrows. Let's jump to arrows. The minimum I can put into these are 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure that can be. No, these can't be 1, 2, and 3. But the minimum these could be are 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, there's something going on here. Yeah, but anyway, the minimum of these could be a 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3 sum to 6. So this would be 6, 7, 8, or 9. And it can't be 9 because it sees a 9. But these can't be 1, 2, and 3. And they can't be 1, 2, 4 either. This is an 8. That's really cool. So if these were 1, 2, 3, the 1, 2, 3 here would line up with the 1, 2, 3 in this. So in order for this to be 6, these are 1, 2, and 3. If these were 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 couldn't be in those cells, 1, 2, 3 couldn't be in those cells because 1, 2, 3 is around the quadruple, and 1, 2, 3 couldn't be in any of those cells. So I'd have to put 1, 2, and 3 in those. This can't be a 6. If these were 1, 2, 4, in order to make that a 7, 1, 2, 4 would be here, 1, 2, 4 would be here. So 1, 2, 4 couldn't go in any of those cells, and I'd have to put 1, 2, 4. That can't be a 7. That is an 8. Now, there's 2 ways of making 8. I can do 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. And I can't use 1, 3, 4 because if these were this is 1, 2, 5. If these were 1, 3, 4, then 1, 3, 4 couldn't be here. 1, 3, 4 couldn't be here. 1, 3, 4 couldn't be here. And these 2 cells would have to contain 1, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 5. 5 can't be there. That's a really cool start. I love that. Now 1 must be down here. And this is a 1, 2 pair because this is 1, 2, 5. I can't put 1, 2 there. I can't put 1, 2 there. That's really cool. I love that. And we know 8 is now up here. That's really cool. Now there must be a low digit on this. And right, so okay, German whisper lines. A German whisper line, if you've seen this spiel, skip 30 seconds. You can never put a 5 on, and everyone's seen this spiel, you can never put a 5 on a German whisper line because of the difference of 5. So the difference of 5 means that you must either add or subtract 5 at least from the digit in order to have the difference of 5. If I put a 5 on a German whisper line, ignore the fact that this would be a conflict. Then if I subtract 5, I would have to go 0 or lower. If I add 5, I'd have to go 10, which I can't do, but I'd have to go 10 or higher. And that doesn't work for Sudoku. So you can never put 5 on a German whisper line. So any digit that is on a German whisper line must either be below 5 or above 5. Now, if you have a digit that is below 5, the digit that is next to it cannot also be below 5 because the maximum difference with 2 digits below 5 is 3. 1 and 4, the maximum or furthest apart you could get is 3. So that doesn't work. So the digit that was next to it would have to be above 5. But the same is true if the digit is above 5. The maximum difference would be 3. So any digit on a German whisper line must be next to its opposite, what we call opposite polarity. A low digit must be next to a high digit. So below 5 is next to above 5, next to below 5, next to above 5. And they always alternate high, low, high, low, high, low. But there must be a low digit here. Now the low digit on this line can't be 1 or 2. So it has to be 3 or 4. 3 or 4 can only go next to 8 or 9. So 4 can only go next to 9. It's the only thing between 1 and 9 that is 5 away from 4. And 3 could only go next to 8 or 9. But 8's not available. So this is 3, 4, 9. And now a 7 and 9 are taken. So 9 must be in here. I can't put 9 in here. This is a 7, 9 pair. That's cool. So we know exactly what these 3 digits are. They're not 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 5, 6. They're not 7. This is 5, 6, 8. And this is 3, 4, 9. And it's not the 9. This is a 3 or a 4. And the 4 makes that 3, which means this is a 4, 9. Oh, that's so cool. And these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are a 6 and a 7. That is so cool. That is so cool. Now there must be a... Now the question is, can they both be high? And I think the answer is, all I know is my gut tells me maybe. So if these are both high, they're 6 and 8 because 7 and 9 is not available, which would make this a 1. So this would be 8, this would be 6, this would be 1. This would be 5. No, they can't be. Oh, that's so cool. So this is beautiful. So we know that this line is going to alternate high-low because I've already discussed that. So we don't know the order of them, but this is going to alternate high-low. Because you cannot put 2 low digits next to each other. You can't put a 5 on the line. Now, if these are both high, they would have to be 6 and 8 because 7 and 9 is not available. Now, the only digit that could go next, this would be the 6. Now, the only digit that is 5 away from 6 is 1. So we would end up with 6, 1, 9 here. And then where do I put 2 in this row? I can't put a 2 here, I couldn't put a 2 here, and I couldn't put a 2 here, and there's no 2 in this row. So these cannot be high. These are from 1, 2, 3, 4. And this can't be, so this is from 6, 8. Now, this can't be a 6 because if this is a 6, both of those would need to be 1. So this is an 8. There is no 8 here. These can't be from 4 because 4 can only go next to a 9. And these are from 1, 2, 3. And the 3 says they're not from 3. This is a 1, 2 pair. Holy cow, that is clever. I was thinking there's not enough clues in this. This is beautiful. What's to bet I can do something? I haven't even got to this arrow. You know, the opening logic of this had to be 6, 7, 8, 9. I haven't even looked at that yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes into here. This is stunningly clever. I haven't even looked at this yet either. Okay, 4, 5, 6. I probably have to look at this now, don't I? So we know the 2 is up here. We've had that from the beginning. So, right, no, this is beautiful. 5 is in one of those 2. 5 can't go in here, 5 can't go in here, and 5 can't go on a German whisper line. So there is a 5 on this. So the minimum this could be is 5, 1, 2. This can't be a 7 because 7 can only be 1, 2, 4. So there is a 5 on this arrow. So with a 5 on this arrow, if it is 8, it is 1, 2, 5. So 1, 2, 5 without that being a 2 and without that being the 5. Now, if it is 9 with a 5, I need another 4. So it would be 1, 3, 5. So if this is a 9 arrow, this is 1, 3, 5. Either way, there must be a 1 on this arrow. Now, if this is 1, 3, 5, I can't put the 3 there, and the 3 would be here, and this would be a 1, 5. So these are the only ways of making up this arrow. So there's either a 2 there. This is an 8 or a 9, putting an 8 or a 9 down here. Okay, so that's correct. There is a 1 on this arrow. which means I cannot put a 6. This is a 6. Because there must be a 1 on this arrow. This is either 125 or 135. Because if it was 235, the other minimum digits, because there must be a 5 on the arrow. If this is 235, this would have to be a 10, and I can't put a 10 in a single cell in a Sudoku. So I can't put 6 in any of those cells. I can't put 6 in any of those cells. And in order to put 6 on a German whisper line, I need a 1, because it's the only thing that can go next to it. But the 1 is forced onto the arrow, so I can't put a 1 here. This becomes a 6, which puts 6 down here. 9 is in one of those two. 8 is in one of those two, which puts 8. Oh, this is so cool. This is so simple. So 8 puts 8 in one of these three, but 8 is knocked out of those. So now I know these are the high digits. So these are 6, 8, 9, because I can't use 7. This is a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't use 4 because the 4 would need 9 on both sides, and that doesn't work. 7 could go around here because I only know what 3 of the digits are. The 6 here is looking up saying that's not the 6. 9, well, this is an 8-9 pair because the 9 is here and here, so 9 can't go in any of those. This is an 8-9 pair, which does allow this to be any of 1, 2, 3. So that's not necessarily helping me yet. So what is on this? I don't have a 1 on it. 3 is in one of those two cells because I can't put a 3 here and I can't put a 3 here. This is a 6, this is an 8, 9. 3 is in one of those two. 7, I could put 7 around here. Okay, so that digit is in here and is therefore up here. It's 6s again. 6 is here, 6 is here, so 6 is in one of those two. But if that was a 6, this would have to be a 1, and I don't have a 1 available. This is the 6, this is not the 6, which means this is not the 6. This is not the 6. This is a 4-5 pair, making that the 6. This is not the 6. This is a 5-8 pair. Okay. These are 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, 6 is in one of those two because of the 6, 7 looking down. Six can't be in any of those. 6 can't be in any of those. 6 can't be there. That's the 6. So these are 3, 4, and 5. I'm running out of options here. All I've got left is these two little whisper lines. Now, I can't put a 1 on this line. I could put a 2, I could put a 3. Can I put a 4? If I put a 4, it'd be 4, 9. This would become 8, 1, 2, 5. Where is 6 in this row? 6 can't, right, yeah, the two 6s are making, oh, this 6 is looking across, making that the 7 and that the 6. That's the way to do that. So now's where 7 in this box. Can that be a 7? That would have to be a 2. 7, 2. If this is 7, this has to be a 2, because 7 can only go next to 1 or a 2, but there must be a 1 on this arrow. So 7, 2. Would make this 1, 3, 5, which would make this 9. There would be an 8 in here. 7, 2, 1. This would be the 3. This would be the 1, 5. Four is in one of these three. Is it this? If this is a low digit, it's a 1, because it can't be a 2, a 3, or a 4. If it's a high digit, it's a 7, 8, or 9. If this is a low digit, this can't be a 7, because this can't be a 1 or a 2. This would be an 8 or a 9. If this is a low digit, it's a 3 or a 4. And it can't be a 4. So if it's a low digit, it's a 3. If it's a high digit, it's a 6, a 7, or a 9, and it can't be a 6. So these are the only possibilities. There is something here I am missing. Fundamentally missing. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I've got 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the 7 is looking at making that the 9 and that the 7. Huh. I feel it's this and this, or 5 is in one of those two, 5 is in one of those two, so 5 is down here. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are only from 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 is in one of those two cells. I feel there's something going on here. There's either a 2 or a 4 on this line, because I can't put a 1 on it and I can't put a 3 on it. If there's a 2 on this line, if there's a 4 on this line, it's 4, 9. Is there a problem with that? 4, 9, 8, 1, 2, 5. Four, 9, 9, 4. You know what? I'm not seeing it. 7 would be down here. 7 would be up here. Yep, I am not seeing it. 6 in this box is in one of those two. 5 in this box? No. So these are 1, 7, 8, 9. That digit, oh wow, that is an 8 or a 9. Where is that digit? That digit has to be around this quadruple. I'd already looked at this. Because of this 6, this 8, 9 has to be in one of those two, and therefore in this box is up here. So it's there. This is an 8 or a 9, so that's a 3. Now 1 is in here, and 1 is in here, and 1 is down here. Because I can't put 1 in any of those, and I can't put 1 in any of those. 1 is in one of those 3. This is a 2, 3, 4. This is an 8, 9. This is a 3. What does that 3 do? Makes this a 2, 3 pair. So this is a 1, 4 pair, meaning that is not the 1. 1 is in one of those 2. That's really cool. Does it do more than that? Because 3 can go next to 8 or 9. 3 can't be in any of those. 3 is in one of those 2. These are from 5, 7, 8, 9. So these are 5, 7, 9. Because I can't use 8, but that doesn't seem to be it either. 4 is in one of those 2. That can't be a 5. That's just a 7 or 9. I love the way this is down to pairs now. But I haven't cracked it yet. How do I stop this being 4, 9 or 2, 7, 2, 8 or 2, 9? This digit is that digit. We know those are the same digit and they're down here. And it's either an 8 here or a 9 here. If this is 1, 2, 5, that can't be a 2. That's a 3 or a 4. Five can't be down here. So 5, yeah, this is an X-wing on 5s. This is... The setup for this is really cool, but I'm not quite unlocking it. So this is 1, 2, 4, or 5 only. This is 4, 9, or 2 something. It could be 2, 8. I was about to say I can't put 8 on here. If this is 4, 9, these are both 8, and that's an 8. Then that's an 8. It's all good, isn't it? If 7, 2 is on this, otherwise 7 is down here, which puts 7 up here. But even that doesn't seem to force anything. Okay. I thought getting to here, I thought I'd done a good job, but now I'm feeling I have not. It's got to be this now, doesn't it? If this is 1, 5, 3, this is 9. Left in this box would be 2, 4, 7, This is 1539. I haven't used... I've used 1, 5, and 3. Sorry, I have to do this. So if I've used 1, 5, and 3, and 9, I would not have used 2. I've used 3, not 4. I've used 6, 7, and 8. 2, 4, 7, 8. So these become 2, 4, 7, 8. So there would be a 2 on here with a 7 or an 8. The 4 would be down here. So this would be 9, this would be 4. And that doesn't work. So if this is 135, right, holy cow, that's tricky. If this is 135 with 9, I can't put 4 here. So 4 become 4. I can't put 4 on the whisper line because this is 1359. So 1359 means 4 is here, which makes that a 9. I think that's tricky. So this is not 1359. This is 125. There's no 3 here. This is the 3. This is 1258, which means that's not the 8. That's the 8. This is a 1-2 pair, but we know what these are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, 9. But I have to put a low digit on here. So this is 4, 9. This is 7. That gives me a 4, 9 pair and a 1, 2 pair. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 3, 8 is what they are. 3, 8 is what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. These are 3, 8, and the 3 is looking down, making that the 8 and that the 3. That is tricky. The 4 makes that the 9 and that the 4, which makes that the 9 and that the 4. The 8 looks down, making that the 9 and that the 8. The 4 says that's not a 4. The 9 looks up, making that the 8, which works for those both being yellow. Great, cool, done. Now, I know what these are. These are 1, 2, and 5. So 1, 2, 5. Ta-da! So there's no 2 here. This is a 3, 4 pair, saying that's not a 3, that's a 5. This isn't a 5. 5 is in one of those two. So we know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6, 7, and 9. There is no 6 there. There's no 9 there. So let's get rid of those corner marks. Ta-da! Okay. This 3 is making that the 4 and that the 3, which is making that the 5 and that the 4, which is meaning this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 5. I'm sorry, I found that very tricky. The 1 and the 8 look up, saying that's not the 1 or the 8. This is a 7, 9 pair. So this isn't the 1, this is the 1. This isn't the 8, this is also a 7, 9 pair, giving me a 7, 9 pair in the row, making that the 5, which makes that the 8 and that the 5. That was a tricky spot. Beautiful, but tricky. These are pairs. 1, 2, 7, which I'm not seeing how to resolve. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 9. That one I'm seeing how to resolve. 1 and 9, which makes that the 7. And now I can see how to resolve the 2 and the 7, making that the 1, that the 2, and I can take the 2 out of there. This is elegant simplicity. Like this spot was tricky, beautifully fair, but tricky. But how you make a puzzle making minimalist puzzles that are actually human solvable and fair, beautiful work, like so hard to do. This is the 1, which looks like making 4 and 1. The 4 looks down saying that's not the 4. The 5 therefore makes that the 3 and that the 4. The 3 looks up making that the 2 and that the 3, which looks down making that the 5 and that the 2. This is so cool. Okay, so what do I have? I have that 7, making that the 9 and that the 7, which looks down making that the 9, taking 9 out of there. This triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 9. So there's no 4 or 9 there. I can put the 6 in, take the 6 out of those. The 4, 9, 4 and 9 because of that 9. Beautiful. Okay, so in this column, 2, 4, So we can put that in 2 and 4, which means 1 and 2, which means 5 and 1. And we keep going. I need to put a 3 in, not in any of those or there. That's the 3. I need to put a 5 in, not there. So it's in one of those two, but it's not in the bottom one. That's the 5. This is a 6-7 pair, and I can use that 7 right there to make that the 6 and that the 7, which makes that the 7 and that the 6. Beautiful puzzle. Yes, I like this puzzle. I absolutely like this puzzle. 273 solves in 2.6 days. That's what Joseph's name does on a puzzle. I don't think my video is going to add too much to it, except for the fact that that was great. The missing one. I don't know what the missing one refers to, apart from the fact that I was missing this puzzle in my life and now I am not. Oh, the missing one on the diagonal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the missing one at the top. This was the missing one. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I wasn't going to assume that was a 1. There was no way I was going to do that. I'm glad it turned out to be a 1. That was great. That was chef's kiss of a puzzle. I've had a lot of really cool puzzles recently. M Nasty 2, Riff Clown, this one, great. Now, if you have puzzle, this was a recommendation. If you have puzzles like this, if you come across a puzzle that is this good, please recommend it to me. Use my submission guidelines below and recommend the puzzles. That would be absolutely phenomenal. The people who do frequently recommend do reach out to the people who set the puzzle and ask if they would mind if they could recommend the puzzle to me so I could feature them, and then they attach a screenshot of that conversation so I know that it's okay for I have permission to do it. I do prefer to have permission from the setters in order to do the puzzles. I consider that kind of a requirement. You don't distribute someone's work without their permission is kind of a thing. Yeah, just beautiful work. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, as always, good luck with your solving.